let's go, let's go. In 2023, Magic Mountain has still remained to be the most iconic Six Flags park, mostly due to its size, but also because of its roller coaster collection. Ever since last year, they now have a collection of 20 roller coasters. But it makes you wonder, what's next for Magic Mountain? 30 roller coasters? Clearly not. But there has to be a point where Magic Mountain starts focusing on different things, and there's a lot to focus on. While Magic Mountain is a great theme park, there are some areas that do need some work, and rides that need some adjusting. There's a reason why Magic Mountain isn't to the quality of Disneyland and Universal, and it's because they went quantity over quality. But after reaching a max of 20 roller coasters, I think Six Flags is starting to be aware of this, and they could be in fact planning a surprising addition for this year, an addition that'll make the Magic Mountain historians very happy. But before I get into the prediction, if you're new here, hola, I'm JB Thrills, and welcome to the channel for all those thrill seekers. On JB Thrills, we make all sorts of content related to theme parks and thrill rides. No matter where it's located or what type of attraction it is, if it's a thrill, it's on this channel. So if you're a thrill seeker, you should definitely consider sticking around. Anyways, let's get into today's video. So as I was saying, Magic Mountain is a great theme park, but in its prime, it was more than just thrill rides. The park actually had some generally great theming, and the park had some charm. Now it's just overrun with Six Flags branding, lots of ads, and a whole bunch of attractions, which again aren't bad, but if you want a theme park, then add the theming in the park. So how does this relate to my theory about what's to come for Magic Mountain this year? Well, with the help of Dylan from Theme Park Obsession, after seeing his video about some potential updates and mysterious work going on in Samurai Summit, I'm inclined to believe that Magic Mountain is getting a new edition, but not just any new edition. We're talking about the revitalization of Samurai Summit with some other stuff that I'll talk about later. So what makes me believe that Samurai Summit is getting something new? Well, clearly some mysterious work is going on up there. Superman has been closed for a while for no apparent reason, and all of a sudden markers start showing up all over Samurai Summit, mainly in front of the Laughing Dragon restaurant. And for those who don't know, markers usually mean something in the nature of construction updates or even a new attraction. And while I don't believe that a new attraction is coming to Samurai Summit, there is some things that's going to happen to Samurai Summit, probably this year. But before I can predict what's going to happen to that area, we have to take a look at the history of Samurai Summit, which could leave some clues on what's going to happen next. The area of Samurai Summit Magic Mountain originated in 1971, and contrary to the state that it's in now, the theming was a lot better, and it had a lot more attractions, like the Orient Express, now known as Honda Express, the Magic Pagoda, an immersive walkthrough attraction unique to Magic Mountain, then some more attractions, all on top of this unique area at Magic Mountain, with the most iconic being the Sky Tower. But over time, the restaurants and the attractions eventually closed down, leaving Samurai Summit severely lacking and full of abandoned stuff, which leads to the state that it's in today. And personally, Samurai Summit, with care, could be one of the best parts in the park. It has an amazing view, a good lineup of attractions, but still could use some more, and has the most potential. But sadly, it's been left for neglect all this time, and instead, Magic Mountain has focused on new attractions rather than revitalization. But here's where it gets interesting. We now have new markers spotted, and mysterious work and surveying is going on in top of Samurai Summit. It's mainly focused in front of the Laughing Dragon restaurant, which is another abandoned piece of history that used to be located in the area. And while sure, maybe the update's just to the restaurant, to add something new to Samurai Summit, and it's very plausible, especially since our CEO, Salim Basul, said he wanted to focus on dining. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense just to update the restaurant and not the rest of the area, which is just sitting and rotting. Clearly, there's more at play. And with some more investigation, what if I told you Magic Mountain is deliberately teasing the upgrade to Samurai Summit that's coming, with a possible returning attraction? Recently, on the Magic Mountain TikTok, they made a post about Sky Tower, the abandoned icon of Magic Mountain that's been sitting but not operating for a very long time. And in the video, we have a first-hand look of what it looks like on the tower if you climb up the stairs. Now this could be just a regular marketing stunt, but sometimes Six Flags' teasing is very low-key. And I also find it very convenient that Magic Mountain decides to post this now when all of a sudden work is going on in Samurai Summit. And this isn't the first instance of them using Sky Tower and referencing it. On their Instagram, they use Sky Tower for Christmas, and Magic Mountain's well aware that the attraction is closed, and lots of longtime fans of Magic Mountain want the attraction open again. And for those who don't know, the Sky Tower has been closed all this time because of an issue with the elevator. It's not up to code and the state of California closed it down. So the only way to reopen is fix up the stuff that needs to be fixed and fix up the elevator. And honestly, while it is a big investment, I think it's still cheaper than a new attraction, and it's a great investment after a big attraction like Wonder Woman from last year. But here's one really crazy theory that's not completely proven, but it might be. Usually, when theme parks plan new additions, it takes a while, and I know for a fact Magic Mountain has gone back to the drawing board dozens of times to discuss reopening the Sky Tower. Otherwise, it would have been demolished a while ago. So to understand this theory, let's flash back all the way to the year of 2020. Yeah, that year. Right before you know what, Six Flags was planning for their new additions for 2021 and already started teasing for Magic Mountain. At that time, I was making my own predictions.
I feel like this is like a 95% possibility.
It didn't matter because the new attraction never happened due to you know what. And sure, we eventually got the single rail which was predicted, but what if Magic Mountain was planning a different edition before the whole chaos happened in 2020? The teaser was a Chinese New Year wheel used to demonstrate which year is for which animal. And it's interesting because back then I thought it had something to do with Samurai Summit, but clearly it wasn't because we got Wonder Woman. But even then the teaser did not make sense. So what if Magic Mountain was planning a different attraction before the whole chaos and it just never came to fruition? But finally, after getting Wonder Woman, their 20th coaster, they can now set their eyes back on what they originally planned, which is the return of the Sky Tower. Plus, there's clearly more to it, so let's get to the actual prediction. So yeah, while it is a crazy theory that's not entirely proven, I do believe it's only a matter of time before the Sky Tower reopens. All they have to do is refix the elevator and give it some maintenance and finally it'll return. Not to mention, the Sky Tower closed in 2014. Next year in 2024 would mark a whole 10 years since it closed. So honestly, it's perfect timing. But what about the extra markers around the land? Well, obviously, if the Sky Tower does reopen, it wouldn't just be the tower. All of Samurai Summit needs updates. If they were to bring in a new attraction, more people will pay attention about the abandoned stuff. So obviously, the quality needs to be increased. Which means, I'm predicting that if the Sky Tower does reopen, we could be seeing all new restaurants, shops, and a lot more theming to modernize the Samurai Summit section of the park. Hopefully, they go all out with the theming and adjustments, because honestly, Samurai Summit is one of my favorite sections of the park. While there isn't many attractions up there, I love the aesthetic, and there's so much potential with the theming. Right now the land is really stuck in the 80s, and while it's cool and everything, just adding some more lights here and there, more themed elements, and more of that amazing Asian architecture, Samurai Summit could be one of the best lands in the park, if they do it right. Also, I hope to see them return the Laughing Dragon restaurant. Maybe it won't be under the same name, but the idea of a sit-down restaurant on top of Samurai Summit is just great, and shouldn't be an opportunity to be passed on. As for the rest of the attractions, I also predict some minor updates, maybe a ninja repaint, and Tattoo is Tattoo. Now, one attraction that needs specific attention is definitely the helpful Honda Express. While it's only a transportation ride, they should take away all the little branding and ads and take it back to its roots of being themed to Samurai Summit, like when it used to be named Oriental Express. It's minor changes, but the minor details make a big difference. Now, as for actual new attractions in the land, there is always a possibility for a new ride. I mean, it's Six Flags and it's Magic Mountain, but it's definitely not coaster level. I'm assuming some sort of small flat ride if there's anything. The best candidate would be a Zempella Nebulas. One, because it's a cheap attraction that's very small in footprint, but also it's very fun for the families, and aesthetically it would actually match with Samurai Summit. The attraction can be themed to anything, and maybe they can theme it to Samurai Summit to make it match. Plus, it has another reason for people to come up to Samurai Summit besides Ninja or Superman. And while I predict an update is coming to Samurai Summit, we may never know if it happens or not. Either way, I'm super excited to see what Magic Mountain has planned, and I really hope they go all out. Shifting the focus from thrill rides to quality is one of the best things a theme park could do, because then we can actually see Six Flags improve from just being a normal discount theme park chain. What do you think? Will Samurai Summit get major updates, or just minor repaints with not much to brag about? Comment down below. And if you want to see more predictions like these, make sure to share the video so more can happen. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is JB Thrills signing out.